to see and learn about tigers and their habitats. I myself am a very big tiger enthusiast. I love to be in the wildlife, but knowledge is very limited to what we've seen on this thing. So I'm personally very excited to learn from you today.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure always to interact with kids, especially, and all those grown-ups who are as curious as kids are. So I hope I'm able to do the justice to the opportunity.
Thank you so much for taking out time and doing this for us today.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Shall I share my screen?
Anupam,
No. So just a second. We are going to start with the prayer, and we'll be introducing you to our audience, and then so the children are there. They will take the lead.
Okay.
Shreya, you can start, my dear. Shreya and Nisha.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. It is my honor to welcome you all to this amazing virtual event where we are celebrating International Tiger Day. I, Shreya Pawan, with my co-host Nishat Katkar, bring you an action-packed session with chills, thrills, and a surprise at the end. We are truly blessed to have with us our guest of honor, Mr. Shardul Bajikar. Tovisi sir, Tovisi sir, principal madams, teachers, and all my dear friends.
International Tiger Day is celebrated every year on July 29 to raise awareness about this magnificent but endangered big cat. The day was founded in 2010 when 13 tiger range countries came together to create T into 2, the global goal to double the number of wild tigers by the year 2022. We are blessed that the city we live in is called the Tiger Capital of India. So the onus lies on us to spread awareness.
We always start with a prayer. We seek the blessings of the Almighty and request everyone to join us as we sing the school prayer.
Today we have with us Mr. Shardul Badigar as our distinguished guest. It is indeed a pleasure to have Sir amongst us. A bard for the wilderness. That's how Shardul Sir prefers to be known. Sir has been working on conservation and natural history communication for the last 16 years. A student of natural history, he has also pursued academics and is in pursuit to better understand the ecology of fig trees and their role within an ecosystem.
Sir has been an integral part of a team that strives to communicate conservation and the natural history in the best possible way. He has under his belt 10 international coffee table publications. Sir has worked with almost all the best nature and wildlife photographers in India and some of the best talents from across the world.
Championing the cause, his priorities are to work with the best talents in wildlife to help embellish the most beautiful, striking, appreciated, and sometimes hard hitting content. This is how he thinks he will help wildlife and nature puts its best foot forward. Sir, we extend a hearty welcome to you and thank you for giving us so much time.
When a tiger walks free in its natural habitat, nature feels proud. Don't strip the stripes. Don't encroach. Don't kill. For if the tiger perishes, we too will.
That was mesmerizing. The world will not be the same if there are no tigers left. Tigers are the largest of cats and probably the most endangered. Shardul sir, request you to address the audience, or you can tell us so much more.
Yes, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's clearly visible.
Just a minute. Okay. So, good morning, everybody. And congratulations to all of you who made that small movie. Okay. Tigers don't belong to any person. Tigers belong to all of us. And if at all they belong to anybody, then people and kids in Nagpur, they belong to more than anybody else in the world. You know why, right? Nagpur is the tiger capital of the world. Just around Nagpur is the largest population of tigers. Nagpur is such a fantastic city. You know, I really love Nagpur for the reason that anywhere I go out from Nagpur for about 2 hours, I am into Tigerland. Okay. Whether it is Tadoba, Nagsira, Pench, Kanha, all around Nagpur, there are tigers. And therefore, you know, it is very, very important that kids like you all who live in Nagpur take this responsibility of making sure that, can you go and protect tigers? Is that what we are supposed to do? If all the kids in Nagpur decide that, okay, let's go and save tigers, and they pick up a gun and they go to the forest to save the tiger, will tigers be really happy about it? Not at all, because they don't want so many kids in the forest. Yeah, there will be so many kids, there will be so much noise, there will be so much of masti in the jungle that tigers will get disturbed. But what all the kids would want definitely is for those who are saving the tigers, they should do their job properly. Okay, so what we are going to do with our own, what is our responsibility? First is that as students, we are going to study well, we are going to be good kids, good students. Okay, and at the same time, we remind our elders that it is their job to save tigers. It is their job to make sure that nature is left intact, nature is left unharmed. Okay, so before we actually get on with tigers and stuff, you know, saving tigers, let's first understand what are tigers. Why do we need to save them? Okay. So there was, when India became independent about 75 years ago, tiger population in India was about 30,000 tigers. Today it is down to about 3,000 tigers. Okay, and that's why there is express need for us to save tigers. Okay, it is very, very important. If we don't do it now, probably we will lose the tiger forever. Okay. So there are people, all kinds of people. Tigers have lots of different threats. Tigers have lots of different enemies. Not necessarily only that there are some kind of people, but there are people like poachers. There are people like who want to destroy forests, who want to, for various reasons, whether it is for dams, whether it is for roads, whether it's for mines, all these things are also somewhere necessary, but it is also very, very important that today we must make sure that we don't harm our natural world anymore. And very importantly for all of us right now in this session, it is we get to know the tiger well. Okay, let's try and spend some time in talking about tigers. Okay, only when we know the tiger well is that we are going to actually do something about saving them. Okay, there are lots and lots of kids like you all across the country and all across the world who are interested in saving tigers and who want to do something for saving for this magnificent animal. Okay, and it's not that, oh, kal hoga, parso hoga. It's not like that. We have no time to lose. We have to do something very urgently. Okay, once upon a time there were 8 species of tigers, 8 different kinds of subspecies of tigers. Today there are only 3. Okay, what is very, very important is that more than 70% of all the world's tigers are in India. Okay, so it is India's responsibility to make sure that tigers are protected. Okay, there is one slight mistake. There are 28 tiger reserves I have written. Now these tiger reserves have gone up to 50. Okay, so we are doing something good. Okay, not enough, but there are 50 tiger reserves in country. But in spite of that, look at the last point. Half of our tigers are living outside the forests, outside the protected areas. Okay, where no forest guards are protecting them, where there is not enough people to make sure that poachers and woodcutters and stuff don't come. At the very outset, let us all first make sure that we know about tigers. Tigers are cats. Okay, it's just that it's a very, very big cat. And if you have ever played with a cat, then a domestic cat, weighs about 2.5 kilograms at the best. Okay, some are slightly bigger, but tigers, a full-grown adult tiger can weigh up to more than 250 kilograms. Okay, so when your the cat that you play with becomes 250 kilograms big, that's when it becomes a tiger. There are some tigers, some male adult tigers who are almost 300 kilograms in size as well. Somebody rightly said that this is the largest cat in the world. Okay, it's an amazing creature. But like cats, they do everything the same. Okay, and the most important thing of cats is that they are very lazy animals. Tigers are also very, very lazy. They save their energy, they conserve their energy. Almost 75% of the day they spend in sleeping or resting, because a simple reason that hunting in the forest is not an easy job. Every 20 times a tiger tries to hunt, only once it comes up successful. So it's, if you go to see its success rate, it is barely 5%. Okay, it's just 5% successful. So tigers also know that they have very low success rate. So what they do is they make sure that they don't spend their energy dancing around, playing and wasting their energy. They save their energy only for what is important to do. Okay, and like all cats, tigers are meat eaters. We call them carnivores. Okay, they are meat eaters. So if you are thinking that tigers would go for breads and buns and stuff, no, that's not what tigers eat. Tigers only eat meat. Okay, look at that. Wild tigers can grow up to 200-250 kilograms. Okay, and such a big animal can hide inside grass. That's simply unbelievable. Okay, to have an orange colored animal, bright orange colored animal, 250 kilograms big, but hiding behind grass. Okay, it's something that you can't think of. If you go, whenever you go to the forest, if you do go, please do go. And you can see, if you see a tiger, the moment the tiger walks out of the road into the grass or into the growth, it simply disappears. It simply melts into the forest. Okay, it's a magical thing. You know, the tiger stripes are very, very important. Okay, have you heard, how many of you have heard the word camouflage? Yeah, most of you have. Okay, so at the end of the, when we go to the end, we will talk a bit about camouflage. Okay, you can see here in the picture the stripes of the tiger, they try to blend with the habitat. Okay, if I pick up the tiger from this picture and put it inside your classroom, will it hide?
No.
No, right? So the camouflage of the tiger will only work when the tiger is in the jungle, in the forest. Okay, so camouflage, if you go to see the word camouflage, camouflage doesn't mean the animal is invisible. It means that animal blends, it mixes with the environment so well that it is difficult to discern, difficult to separate it from the environment. But the same animal, if I pick up and put it in a non-forest environment, like a room, a classroom, or a hotel, or a bus stand, it will be seen by everyone. Camouflage won't work over there. Okay, so when we use the word camouflage, it's very important to understand that camouflage is dependent on the environment. Okay, camouflage is dependent on the habitat. Like cats, tigers spend a lot of their time cleaning themselves. Okay, the forest is not a easy place to stay. Okay, so there are lots of pebbles, there are lots of thorns, there are lots of different mosquitoes, mites, everything that are troubling the tiger. So the tiger has to spend a lot of time in making sure it cleans itself. There are no spas, there are no salons, there are nothing, not anything of those in the forest. So tigers have to do all that job by themselves. That's why even if you see your cat, it will spend a lot of time in just cleaning itself, just licking itself. Yeah, that's what tigers also do. They want to stay in their best health because they know that the deer is very fast. Monkeys can easily climb up trees. Okay, so the tigers have to be very, very, very healthy. Okay, and tigers are not nocturnal creatures. They are not really something who are bound by time. Tigers are as active as they are in the day as they are in the night. Okay, and once the tiger gets a good meal, okay, what is a good meal for a tiger? If I would say that a cow-sized animal, a big, large animal, not a small animal, a 250-kilogram animal would need equally a big amount. Okay, so that large animal will last the tiger for about 1 week. Okay, so the tiger requires one cow-sized animal every week. That means 52 cow-sized animals in a year. Okay, that's what the tigers require. And once they take that, once they hunt that animal, they will consume it over a week, not immediately. It is a large animal, so they need to consume it, ration it slowly, make sure that nobody steals from it. Okay, look at that. The tiger is scratching the tree, making furrows on the tree bark. Okay, and it will then piss on it, it will then urinate on it, it will leave its scent over the tree. Okay, and make sure that it tells about itself to other tigers passing around. Okay, tigers communicate, tigers talk with each other, but they don't talk like you and me do. Okay, a lot of this talking is done in a chemical format. It is done using different chemicals. Okay, it is done using scratches, it is done using scents. Okay, not vocal. If a tiger starts talking, if tigers start talking to each other, all the deers will know where the tiger is, right? So tigers prefer to be silent. These communications are very, 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 very silent, voiceless communications, but they are much more effective than the communications that we have with each other. Okay, only when they are mating will the tigers be vocal? That means a female will call out for a male. Okay, otherwise they are very, very quiet animals. They prefer to be hiding. And once they have mated, in about 3 months, okay, after the female has been fertilized, she has mated, are born these cubs. Okay, this newborn cub is barely 1 to 1.5 kilograms old, or big, heavy, okay, like a small cat, and they are born blind. Okay, so they are entirely dependent on their mother. A mother may give birth to 2 or sometimes 5 cubs. Okay, but despite of giving birth to 5 cubs, there are very few records, there are very few incidences where all the 5 cubs have grown up to be adults. Okay, basically, even if the tigress gives birth to 4 cubs, at the best 2 cubs of them will become adult and start breeding. Okay, but look at that cub. Do you think this cub is safe? It is so small, it is so tiny that any animal, any creature in the jungle can do harm to it. It is so small that if a python, if a snake sees this cub, the snake would want to eat it up. Yeah. So this cub is entirely dependent on the mother. And this is the time when the mother tiger or the tigress will not leave the cubs. She will be with them, make sure that they are cleaned up, they are fed properly. Okay. And it's a very, very tough life of a mother. Okay. The cubs grow very fast. Remember, again, when the cub is born, it's about 1.5 kilograms big. In 2 years, this 1.5 kilogram chutku will grow to about a 250 kilograms tiger in 2 years. Okay. As the cubs grow, the mother starts feeding them meat. First, they are drinking only milk. Then they start taking small amounts of meat. Okay, which means that tiger mothers then have to kill even bigger animals, and they have to kill them faster. Okay, because now the mother has more mouths to feed, not just herself. Okay, so she will now go and hunt bigger animals, hunt them more faster, make sure that the cubs are well fed. She herself is well fed. Okay, and as the cubs start growing older, they will start following their mother in the jungle. Okay, they will start following their mother. They will start walking with her. They will follow her everywhere. Okay. When they are about 5 months old, the cubs are no longer drinking the mother's milk. They are now eating mostly meat. Okay, they still have milk teeth. Okay, but now they start eating, trying to eat big. Now they have so much energy because they are being fed by their mother. They are not hunting for themselves. So what they have is, like all of us, just extra energy. So they will try to do lot of masti, hangama all over the place, giving lot of tension to their mother. Okay, and the cubs will now try and chase birds, hares, small animals. Okay, they will also have lot of play fighting. Everybody knows here what is play fight, right? Tigers, it's very important for tiger cubs to have play fights, because that is where they learn, they practice their fighting skills. Because when they grow big, when they grow 2 years old, the mothers will no longer be feeding them. That's when the tiger cubs will have to go and hunt for themselves, go and hunt much bigger animals than what they are. Okay, one cub of the litter may become dominant, may eat more, may start, growing faster. Okay, and the cubs are giving their mothers a very, very tough time. If you see this mother's tail, it is up straight and stiff. The mother is not at all happy with that cub, because the cub is doing some mischief in the forest. Okay, and the mother is now very, very tense, because the cubs don't know, they are not really aware of what the jungle can mean. Okay, but the mother knows that there are lots of threats for the cubs around. There are jackals, there are other tigers, there are leopards, there are Lots of animals who can do harm to that small tiger here. Okay, that's why the mother makes very sure that she is on top of the game, and the cubs are not left behind anywhere. Okay, and therefore many a times she also has to be very strict with the cubs. Okay, the cubs are now learning about the jungle. They are learning about which animals to hunt, which animals not to hunt. There is a lot of learning that is happening. They don't have schools, but their mother is their own school. The mother is teaching them all kinds of different things. The mother teaches them that, there are monkeys, but monkeys can climb trees very fast. So don't really try to hunt them. Okay. There is the spotted deer. Can you see the spotted deer in the picture? The spotted deer is a large animal, but it is not really big enough to provide you with a lot of food. Okay. The peacock looks beautiful, but if you hunt it, you will not get too much of food. You will just get a lot of feathers. Okay. There is the pig, which may not be big in size, but it is very, very good in the quality of food that it provides. Okay. In fact, the wild pigs are amongst the favorite food for tigers. Okay. They are not big in size like sambars are or boars are, but they provide extremely good quality food. Okay. So the cubs are learning about everything. They are learning from their mother. Look at these. These are 2 tiger cubs. They are barely 18 months old, but look at them, how big they are. Yeah. Now here they have lost all their milk teeth completely and they have got new teeth. Okay. The games that these cubs play with each other now are very rough. Okay. And now is when the mother will start telling them that go and hunt for yourself. I am not going to feed you. You are big enough. Okay. I can't feed you now. And she starts driving them away. Okay. And when we talk about saving tigers, this is where the problem begins. The cubs are fully grown. They are about to leave their mother. They are about to find their own forest. They are about to find their own habitat, their own territory. But are there any forests left for the cubs to go and occupy? We don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look definitely good. Look at them. These are 2-year-old tiger cubs. Do they even look like cubs to you? They are so huge, isn't it? These cubs are now 2 years old and now they are about to leave their jungle, their mother's jungle, and go and find their own jungle. Okay, go and find their own food. Okay, this cub on the left of your screen, where I'm moving my cursor right now. Okay, this male cub, if you see the tail is bent, it's crooked. Okay, this cub became very famous by the name Broken Tail. Okay, because of its crooked tail. This cub was in Ranthambore Tiger Reserve. Okay, it grew up there in Ranthambore, and after 2 years, it started moving out from the mother's territory, started finding its own home, and in that process, in its searching for a new home, this tiger, the Broken Tail, was run over by the Mumbai-Delhi Rajdhani train. Okay, it never found its home because all across its forest, there are highways, there are trains, there are mines, there are villages, there are fields. Okay, barely any forests left, which is a problem. Okay, tigers need space. Tiger territories are huge territories. Okay, and all kinds of animals live in that territory. Can you see in the picture? There are 2 tiger cubs. This is Corbett Tiger Reserve, and that's the Ramganga River in which the tiger cubs are standing. And can you see the elephant at the back? Okay, so tiger, territories. What does a territory mean? Can anybody answer? What does a territory mean? Yes, please.
So a territory is a place which belongs to a particular animal.
Can you be loud?
So a territory is a place where an animal makes its own place, an area dedicated to one animal.
Okay. Now let's try to understand this in perspective. Okay. Who was talking just now? What's your name?
Amod Kulkarni.
Amod. Okay, Amod. If I have to find you,
Huh?
then where should I go?
You will come to my house.
Either to your school or to your house,
House.
because that's the two areas where you spend most of your time, right?
Yes, sir.
So I will call these two areas as your territory. Does that mean that you don't leave these places at all?
No, sir.
Hello?
No, sir.
You do leave these places. Like sometimes you go to the market, sometimes you go out to, travel, sometimes you go to a movie theater, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you go to your relative's place.
Yes,
So, yeah, so that's same like tigers do. Okay. The territory of a tiger basically is an area where you are most likely to see that animal.
Yes,
That
that's
doesn't
what I
mean the
said.
tiger will always be there. The tiger can go wherever it wants.
Sir, I mean that place is particularly for it. Like we go out, so we come back at the same place. So they do the same. That's what I meant.
Exactly. Yeah. So wherever Amod goes, he will come back either to the school or he will go back to his house. So if I have to find Amod, I am most likely to find Amod either at the house or at the school. That is what we call Amod's territory. Okay. And that is how even the tiger's territories are. Okay. So tiger territories sometimes can be very, very big in size. Sometimes they cannot, they can be small in size depending on the quality of the forest, depending on the number of deer that are found in the forest. Okay. But that is not necessary that the tiger will always be in its own territory. It can go wherever it wants. Okay. And protecting the forest doesn't mean saving the tiger doesn't mean saving just the tiger. Can we just save the tiger and not any other animal? Does it make any sense?
No, sir.
Saying that, oh, I will save, tigers are important, so I will only save tigers. I will not save that elephant. I will not save the deer. I will not save the grass. Tigers eat deer. Okay, so if I say I have to save tigers, I should first protect the deer.
Yes.
And deer, what do they eat? They eat the grass. So I can't save the tiger if I don't protect the deer. I can't save the deer if I don't protect the grass that it eats. So saving tigers first means saving the grass that grows under its feet. Okay, saving the trees, saving the bees, saving the butterflies, saving the mosquitoes, the frogs, the elephants, the snakes, everything. Okay, everything, the entire food chain is protected when you save the tiger. Or save the tiger practically means save the forest. Okay. And, kids, let's understand one thing. All of us who are born in this country, in this beautiful country, we all know how to save tigers. We have been doing that for thousands of years. Okay, thousands of years. Okay, we are worshipping tigers. We all know that they are very, very important. That's why every year, 9 days in the Navratri, we are worshipping tigers, isn't it? Yeah. So we all know how to do it, but it's time that we all focus ourselves again into protecting this water god. Now there is a beautiful story I must tell you. Have you ever seen your domestic cat, enter water? Anybody can answer?
Sir, sorry to go jumping off the fence.
Loudly.
So So once I saw a cat jumping to the fence into a river type something, like Nala type. I
Okay,
saw jumping.
but does always?
No,
Not
sir,
all.
never.
No, sir, not always. I saw not.
Does the cat like likes it when you put water on it?
In movies, most of the time, no.
Yeah, most of the time they don't like getting wet. They don't like getting into water. But tigers are different than the other cats. Okay, tigers are water babies. They love the water. They like the water, and they spend most of their time around water. Do you know of any other cat that stays in water?
No, sir.
Come on, think. There is a cat that stays in the Amazon jungles.
A lion.
No, jaguars. Okay, where the jaguar lives in the Amazon basin, in the basin of the river Amazon, 70% of that area is full of water. So the jaguar has no option but to live in water. And tigers, if they were not born as tigers, they would have been frogs because they like the water so much. Yeah, look at this animal in the water. It almost looks like a frog to me. No other animal likes to be in water so much apart from no other cat likes to be in water as much as the tigers do. But there is a small piece of information, a small story behind why do tigers like water. Does anybody here in the audience can think why do tigers like water?
So because they like to clean themselves.
Loudly, Amol.
So because they like to clean themselves.
So tigers are bathing the whole day.
Huh?
Is
No,
that so?
No, so they're not bathing the whole day, but once in a while they want to clean them holes of the etc. of their
Once in a while is different, but here tigers are spending most of their time in water.
So to clean themselves and have a nice cool water bath.
Okay, so let's hear it out. Okay, tigers, okay, have evolved. Okay, about somewhere around 3 million years ago, tigers started evolving from an animal that lived on trees. Okay, and that animal looked like a shrew, like a chachundar. Okay, tigers started evolving from that one animal that we know was the ancestor of tigers. And over a period of time, the tigers that we see today, they started evolving somewhere north of China, Siberia, in that region. That is where tigers originated. Okay, and that region, as we all know, is very, very cold. For 200 days a year in that area, the ground is covered with frost, with ice. So tigers evolved to keep themselves warm. They have a lot of fat in their body. They have a lot of fur on their body. All these are adaptations to stay warm. But over a period of time, these tigers, they started migrating. They started moving from that place. And while moving, one fine day, they came to India or the Indian region. And they decided that, okay, this is also a great home. Let's stay over here. But this animal was evolved to stay in frost, in cold areas with lot of protection to keep it warm. And from an area where 200 days a year, the ground is covered in frost, the tigers found themselves in India, where for 200 days a year, the temperatures are above 40 degrees Celsius. So the tiger was essentially born in a deep freezer, and it now finds itself in an oven. Can it remove all its fur? Can it remove all the thick skin and the fat and everything immediately? No. So what's the only option that tigers have got to keep themselves cool? Is to get in water. Okay, that's why tigers would want always to be near water to keep themselves cool. They don't like the Indian summers. They are not made for it. Okay, but they have found a way out to beat this temperature. And what they do is they go for a nice swim every now and then and keep themselves cool. Okay, so that's why tigers and water are inseparable, and that's what our ancestors, they saw that wherever the tiger is found, there has to be water over there, because this cat somehow likes water. Okay, so that is where Indians started worshipping the tiger as the god of water, as the Pattidar Panika Devta. Okay, and that is where we started liking, respecting the tigers, because everybody, all our ancestors, all our people who today live in the jungles, they know that if there is a tiger around, there has to be water somewhere. Okay, and water, as we know, is very, very, very important. And that's what it is. Look at all around you. Okay, wherever there are big rivers flowing, there are also tigers living. This is the river Kaveri. Okay, it originates just around Bangalore, Mysore area, and these jungles are full of tigers and elephants. And look at the river flowing. Yeah, forests act like sponges. Everybody knows a sponge, how it soaks up water. That's what forests do for us. Okay, and they release this water slowly. How many months in a year does it rain? Anybody answering? Do we have monsoons for how many months in a year?
We have 4 to 5 months.
4 to 5 months of monsoons. Okay, but do we drink water only for 4 to 5 months?
No, sir.
We require water for all the 12 months, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is where the forest comes into picture. That is where our rivers come into picture, because they make sure that they provide us with the water that we require. Jungle nadi ki maa hai. Forest is the mother of a river. Okay. This picture you are seeing here, how many of you believe that this picture is a picture from Bombay?
So I don't.
This picture is from Mumbai. This is our Sanjay Gandhi National Park. Look at the water flowing so clean and clear. Okay, Mumbai gets its water, drinking water from this forest. Okay, no tigers live here, but the leopards are living here. On the right, you can see the list of different rivers and the tiger forest from where these rivers originate. Okay, it is very clear to all of us that the rivers and the tigers have an definite connection in between them. Okay, very, very important for all of you kids to know this, because somehow our adults are not really understanding this fact. Okay, and we learn from our history. We did the same thing with the lion. Today the lion, the Asiatic lion, is found only in one forest in India, that is in Gir National Park in Gujarat. Do we want the tiger to go the same way as the lion is? The tiger is all across the country. It should stay. Its kingdom should grow. We should learn from our past mistakes. We can't repeat the same mistakes. Can we call ourselves intelligent if we repeat mistakes?
No, sir. Of
No?
course. No, sir. No, sir.
And again, before we close, I would like to repeat that it's not just saving the tiger. It's not just about the saving the tiger, but we have to, by saving the tiger, we ensure that everything finds a space to live. The praying mantis. Okay, when we save the grass for the deer, for the tiger, the praying mantis will of course find a good home to stay. Isn't it true? Yeah.
Yes.
The frogs, they also are very important. They also need to be saved. Okay. The chameleon, what amazing life forms have evolved. Nah? It is such a fancy gizmo animal. It can move its eyes, here and there stuff
Independently.
independently. Wow, who said that?
And Visha, sir.
Okay, great. So it's such a fascinating animal. Look at its toes. Look at the tail is not visible here, but its tail is like its fifth limb. It can use the tail like one hand. You know, what fascinating creature. This photo is from Mumbai, again, just behind my house. And you don't need to go to a national park or a wildlife sanctuary to see nature in its glory. This bird is again very, very commonly seen even in Nagpur. If you have large trees around your house, this bird will be very commonly seen. Around the month of December, you will start hearing this bird call like toon, 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 toon. This bird is because of that noise, it is called a coppersmith. Okay, that's a noise that the coppersmith also makes. And they are much bigger animals. The tiger I said is 250 kilograms, 300 kilograms big, but this beast is about 1500 kilograms big. Huge animal, a prehistoric creature. Okay, it also lives in tiger forest in Kaziranga. Okay, so saving the tigers also means saving the rhinos, the one-horned rhino. And this animal is even bigger. 4,000. Yeah, elephant. 3,000 kilograms big.
Yes, it's elephant.
Yes. So, you know, saving the tiger means saving everything that is around, not just one animal. Okay. And kids, you know, we have a big job to do, all of us, including our elders. But when I say all these things, it is very important that kids do their job first properly. One is to be good kids, good students, okay, and at the same time be good citizens of your country and do something to save, to let your elders know that tigers need to be saved and it is their job, it is their responsibility to save the tiger. Okay, I will stop here with this slide. Sorry. Yeah, can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, somehow.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will just go back to the elephant slide. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So, isn't this animal an amazing creature? How many of you have seen an elephant in the wild?
So I did.
In the jungle?
Sir, sometimes on the road also.
Oh, that's not a place to see
On the
elephant.
road.
Yeah, but that's sadly, elephants are not made for the road. They are made for the jungles. Yeah, every day the elephant eats 300 kilograms of food. How much? 300 kilograms. Okay, it's a massive animal. And what it eats is mostly plants. Okay, the elephant moves over hundreds of kilometers in its migrations. Okay, it keeps on moving. It doesn't stay at one place. It keeps on moving. And for plants, the elephant is like a big jumbo jet. The elephant eats 300 kilograms of plants every day. All the plants sit in its tummy and travel with the elephant.
Sir,
And every time the elephant poops, all the plants get down and they have also traveled a large distance. Can plants travel by themselves?
No.
No, sir. No.
But
No,
they
sir.
can easily-
No, sir. No, sir. The
They can
plants are
easily fit in the elephant's tummy and travel, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, elephants provide them free transport all across the jungles. And that's what the plants also are very happy with the elephants. Okay,
Sir. Yes, sir.
kids, you know, you guys are the future of the country. And that doesn't mean that when you grow up, you will decide what the country does. You can very well start deciding what the country does by now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because by the time you grow up and you allow the adults to do the work the way they are right now, then probably there will be nothing left for you to say.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
So, and all the adults,
Yes,
all the
sir.
respected
Yes,
people,
sir.
you know, they are All that we need to do is go and tell this nice people, these elderly people that, boss, please do your job properly. Tigers are to be saved. We can't lose our forest. Okay, we are already seeing what floods and rains and everything is doing to our country, isn't it? All of us have been sitting in the home for the last year because of a virus that escaped out from a forest somewhere. Yeah, so we basically, if we cut our forest, destroy our forest even more, then there are more chances that more such viruses and more such diseases will emerge, isn't it? Yeah, why do we want to play with it? Why can't we just be safe?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if a lot of us do a little, a lot gets done. Don't get overburdened by the thought that अरे बाप रे जंगल बचाना है, टाइगर बचाना है, अरे क्या करेंगे, कितना काम करेंगे. ऐसा करोगे तो टाइगर तो उधर ही खत्म हो जाएगा. If we get up in the morning and say हाय राम टाइगर मर रहा है, हाय राम जंगल कट रहा है, तो कुछ होगा?
No, sir. We
The most important thing in all this is that everybody of us need to know that nature knows best. Nature knows how to deal with all kinds of things. Nature knows how to repair itself. If you get wounded, there is a wound, some blood comes out, then there is a clot, and the wound heals, right?
Yes, sir.
The wound heals automatically. All that you need to do is to clean the wound, apply some antiseptic lotion so that no other infections get into the wound, right? And the skin just heals itself. Do you take the skin to a coaching class to teach it how to heal itself?
No.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, that's all what we need to do with nature. Nature knows everything. Nature knows best. But the moment when somebody has disturbed nature, all that we need to do is keep others from harming it further. And nature will come back. An elephant, a monkey, a bird will drop a seed, a tree will grow. Isn't it?
Yes.
Butterflies will do their job of
Yes,
pollination, bees will do their job, and nature will come back. We don't have to be sad about it. Nature is never sad. Okay, so guys, we will stop here and we will take some questions. If anybody has their questions, please ask them in an orderly manner.
No, sir, no doubt.
Sir, I have a question.
No doubt, sir.
Sir, I have a question.
Okay, who has a question shall ask now?
Sir, why? Sir, can the tigers, whole tigers can kill from this world? Because if 10 tigers are killed, one tiger is left, then that tiger will born the cub. Like this, I think tigers can never killed or finished.
Sorry, I didn't understand what you want to say. Can you repeat it again?
Yes, sir. So I'm asking that can the tigers finish forever? Because if there are 11 tigers and we kill 10 tigers, one is left. That tiger can again born new cubs, new tigers.
What is your name?
So Ananya Gauri.
Okay. How can one tiger produce new cubs? Don't you require a father and a mother?
Yes, ma. Yes, sir.
What?
And if we keep on killing 10 tigers, then will we ever have cubs growing up? Because the moment there are one tiger gives birth to another 2 tigers, we will kill them. And say that, oh, one is remaining, so one we can grow. Can this work?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, this cannot work.
No, sir.
No, sir, it will not work.
No, sir.
Okay. Any more
Sir,
questions?
I do have a question.
Yes, please go ahead. First, can you tell me the name?
Sir, Anvisha Pandey from DPS Varanasi.
Okay.
Sir, I want to ask that, as you know that animal sanctuaries or tiger sanctuaries, save tigers or tiger reserve, save tigers. So do they force tigers to come there, or they are automatically given some tranquilizer type of something and
No, they are not nothing. They just protect the tigers. When we have national parks and tiger reserves and sanctuaries, all they do is to protect what is there.
so it means they are not taken to another place from one place to another.
Sometimes in very rare cases they are, okay, but
Okay.
as far as possible we try to avoid doing that. If I just pick you up from your place and leave you to some other place, is that okay with you?
No, sir.
No, sir.
How can it be okay with tigers?
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
Yes.
sir.
Shardul sir, sorry to interrupt here, but we'll have to move towards the end of the session. That is, we have a Kahoot quiz waiting for us.
Yes,
And
please.
And kids, I'm sure that you guys have attended the session very carefully and listened to every fact of it, because the quiz is entirely based on this. So I am posting a link here. You guys can log in from a link. There's a game pin as well in case if.
But sir, I don't mean.
So the game link is being posted. Log in to this URL as fast as you can. And the same thing is being put up on the YouTube chat box as well. Kids watching on YouTube can log in from there.
But sir, in my laptop, the Kahoot doesn't work properly. Ma'am, can you share it again? It has not come.
I have shared it. Go to the last side of the chat box.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a doubt.
No doubts, Amol. Just let's first get the quiz done. Okay?
It has opened.
Are you guys logged in?
Yes, ma'am.
Chalo, great.
Yes,
ma'am.
Ma'am, can we
Start.
again?
It's already
No, ma'am,
started.
please wait.
It's already started.
Yes. Ma'am, I'm not able to join.
I'm posting the link again. Go join. The next question coming up is,
Ma'am, it is saying that the Kahoot cannot be played because of net issue.
check your internet.
It is working and I have reload many times, but it is still not working. So.
Log it
Ma'am,
in
it is
again.
saying to reload. Excuse me,
Reload
ma'am.
it. Refresh it.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, it is saying to reload.
Reload it. Refresh your pages.
I have reload, but now it is saying you can't join.
Oh, sad. Try again once again. You know what? The answers are hidden in.
I think, ma'am, the quiz has completed.
Yes, ma'am, quiz has completed. Ma'am, quiz has completed.
Ma'am, the quiz has been completed.
Ma'am, quiz has completed.
Sorry, there is just a network issue. Please bear with us.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Nishad, please start, my dear.
We now have a surprise for everyone. We have a quiz for you. The questions are based on Shardul sir's session. I request Urmila madam to take charge and start the Kahoot quiz.
That is done, Nishad.
After that, it's Parmi's.
You just okay. Parmi, go ahead, my dear.
That was fun. I hope you all enjoyed it too. The winners will get their e-certificate soon. But now it's time to bid adieu. It's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks. On behalf of my school, I, Parmi, extend my heartfelt thanks to our esteemed guest, Mr. Shardul Bajigar, for the very inspiring, informative and interesting presentation. Thank you, sir. My sincere thanks to our Pro-VC sir, Director sir, Mukesh sir, Pushpi madam, and Principal madam for their continuous support and guidance. Kudos to Archana Bagade madam and the dance club of our school. The musical had us spellbound. I thank the tech team and Urmila madam for their fun-filled quiz. It was a wonderful surprise. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the teachers and fellow students for participating enthusiastically and making this event a grand success. Save the tiger and you save humanity. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Shardul sir. The presentation was amazing, and I'm sure the children have really, learned a lot, and I'm sure they are going to work towards saving the tiger.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. It's entirely my pleasure, and I wish you all a very safe and happy year ahead. And I hope that we interact very soon again.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.